All right, what you got? You got a sheet of paper.
You ready?
Looks like something's going to happen.
So, Mark, I can't let you out of here without doing this. So, Mark, we have 2 visitor centers.
Yeah.
We have professional staff. We have volunteers. People call us. They text us. info@sonomavalley.com. They text us 707-996-1090. They slide into our DMs. They ask us questions. You're going to help us in the segment we call We Get Questions. Ready?
This always freaks me out. My brain doesn't work the way that, like, I'm not a
You're going to do
quick
great.
answer guy. Okay,
You're
let's
going to
see.
do great. Should I give them to you or not?
Oh, no, I want to hear him.
Okay.
I'm just preparing you for
Ready?
like some umming and ahhing.
That's fine. Here we go. Ready? This is someone walked into our visitor center and asked, I saw something called the Old Faithful Geyser is nearby.
Yeah.
What the heck is that? And where is it?
I do know that. That's in Calistoga-ish. It's just outside of Calistoga. And it's a small version of what happens in Jellystone.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And
Calistoga's a cool spot, actually.
It is.
We're here to convince people to come to Sonoma Valley. That's both of our jobs. But make a week of it. Go to Calistoga for a day. Check it out. There's Indian Springs, a really cool spa. There's some there's
good barbecue.
Buster's Barbecue right there. Yep. My mouth just started watering.
I know. I get over there. And it's right over the hill from where you grew up in Santa Rosa.
Exactly.
So it's actually not that far from here.
Yeah.
Safari West, who we promote, we say it's extreme northern Sonoma Valley.
Yeah.
They're on the way towards Calistoga.
Yeah.
And it's worth a stop.
I like Calistoga. There's some spots in Nampa that are a little frou-frou for me, but Calistoga is kind of like the Sonoma Valley of Up Valley Napa. It's kind of laid back and chill. You know, it's not the middle of nowhere, some bumpkin town, but it's
a bunch of hayseeds walking around.
Yeah, it's kind of got a cool. They I think like Sonoma have taken some pride in the agricultural roots, and I think kind of celebrate that a little bit more than some of the other wine communities. And I love that. It's a place you can go in jeans and go anywhere.
Right.
Like, you're okay. And that's what I love about Sonoma Valley is you can go to the fanciest restaurant here wearing jeans. Most of the even pretty good restaurants, you're fine, and like as long as you don't have like paint dripping off of your.
No, I literally know the general managers of those places wear jeans.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
At work.
Yep.
So that's
anyway, Calistoga, good town.
And that's for the Old Faithful Geyser, which is a miniature version of the larger Old Faithful.
Right.
And
like a real, not a miniature, like a scale model that somebody built. Like this is a
it's an actual
geological phenomenon.
Well, it's the same geothermal that are in Sonoma Valley. It's the same.
Right. Yeah.
Remember that 1997 amazing hit Volcano, where Tommy Lee Jones was battling a volcano underneath L.A.
Yeah.
I know that because I was on TV the other day. In a similar vein, there are geothermal activity that goes up Northern California.
Yeah.
And Calistoga and Sonoma Valley are on that same
line.
I
did not know that.
I think the word fumarole, is that when I say that right now? I'll say the word fumarole.
Don't know.
It has to do with
Let's
springs.
pitch our good friends at Fairmont, whose pool is fed by those geothermal waters. Right. So fun fact, I don't know if you know, you probably don't know this, but the pool water, it's warm when you get in it, and that's not because the sun is coming down. They actually have to cool the water. So the water that comes up would be like scalding hot. So they have to run it through a refrigeration unit before it spits
It would be a bad thing to just straight line that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be uncomfortable. You wouldn't want to. Yeah, you'd turn into soup.
Welcome to Sonoma Valley Hospital.
But it's fun. It's cool. The water has like mineral properties. They're supposed to be good and healing, and it's also really cool. I've been there. So you stay overnight at the Fairmont and go do like a night swim, and the water's all warm at night. Oh, it's amazing.
Under the stars. They're really cool.
Anyway,
Okay.
Shout out geothermal pockets of water.
Thank you, geothermal. Here's another question we got. These were. Who are these people? Are they Germans? Yes, they're Germans. They want to know which winery has the closest vineyards to the Plaza.
Vineyards closest to the... I think San Giacomo's going to be my guess. St. Giacomo Family Wines. And they are, I'd say, 1.25 miles south of the Plaza.
Yep.
So if you're at City Hall, you head south on Broadway. And just before Broadway, I'm making a hand movement.
You jog left, jog right.
Yep.
And if you don't jog left, you will get to the tasting room more quickly.
Yes.
But you will also go through all of their vineyards.
You'll also hear from our wonderful police
San
chief.
Giacomo will be mad at you too.
So San Giacomo, let's touch on them real quick. They've been farming that property since 1927, so they're coming up on a 100-year anniversary. They've been growing grapes there. I don't know exactly how long, but say 50, 60 years of growing grapes. Originally, it was prunes and pears and almonds or whatever else people were doing around here. Hops, probably. in the 2010s, they started making their own wine, and then they opened up their tasting room there in 2020.
Great patio.
Yeah, the timing was not ideal to open up a tasting room.
Did I say February 2020?
2020. But so some trials and tribulations there. But now they're open. They take guests there. It is a wonderful experience. It is the best Pinot and Chardonnay in the world.
It's really good.
Tied with all of the other Pinot and Chardonnay.
Mark's about to get an angry text from someone.
But no, even the people that are the competitors, they buy grapes from San Giacomo.
Because they're the farmers.
Yeah, everybody.
They're known
farmers
for
first. They are the experts. If you want to make Chardonnay, your first call should be to the San Giacomos and talk to them about some of your grapes. So they make great wine. Anyway, right there, just south of the Plaza.
Go there.
Wonderful people, great experience, and a historic Sonoma property.
I like it.
Yeah.
So that's a very good answer, and I will accept that one. Good job. I will also sometimes tell people if they want to walk around a little bit, go along the Sonoma bike path and by Sebastiani Winery.
Oh, yeah.
You will pass the vineyards there.
Yep. Even closer.
Yeah, even closer. But they're both right. And it is kind of funny. You don't have to go very far to find grapes.
Yeah.
Off the plaza, there's many in people's gardens.
Yeah.
And there's vineyards that maybe not wineries per se, but they're actually vineyards. Much closer than you think.
Right.
So you don't have to go far.
Yep.
Here's another one. Someone walked up to the cart today and asked.
These are fresh questions.
Oh, I know. You don't know this, but I'm so mean. I go to the staff and volunteers on Fridays, and I'm like, I need questions because I don't repeat these questions.
Yeah.
So I have over 100 and something.
I didn't realize this was so timely.
Very timely.
Cool.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
What kind of cheese does Sonoma make?
What kind of cheese? Well, there's a few. So Vella cheese.
Yep.
There are historic cheese making and the Viviani cheese factory there. So I think Jack cheese is kind of our claim to fame here. And there's some varying drynesses that you can find. So some are almost have like a Parmesan like getting there, like that really kind of firm cheese. And then I think traditional Jack is going to be a little softer, like a cheddar or something along those lines. So those two. And then there's places like Epicurean Connection, our good friend Shauna Davis, where you can go and actually make cheese and make fresh mozzarella and some other different things, burrata balls. And
so good.
Yeah. I mean, and if you've never done it's really cool. It's easier than you would imagine. It's a little sprinkle of this and a sprinkle of that.
Every time I do it, I've done it like 5 times.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is witchcraft.
Yeah.
Because you start with the milk, you add like vinegar or something and like run it or something and salt, and you like squeeze it, and all of a sudden you get this delicious soft cheese. Like it's literally cheese.
Right.
And you've only been there like an hour.
Yeah. And it's it's
good.
Fresh cheese. There's just nothing else.
Okay,
quite like
and
it.
she has like this.
That on a little bit of sourdough and.
Have you had that orange marmalade stuff she makes?
I don't think so.
So good. It's like this honey orange stuff.
Yeah.
She won't give me the recipe. Yeah. She says, why don't you stop by and buy some? I'm like, no, I want it's so good.
She's a good businesswoman.
Yeah, she's smart.
Yeah.
So you're at Epicurean Connection, Sonoma cheese.
Yep. Ovello is a great place to go if you're interested in cheeses. They've got some cheeses. They have fresh. They house cure salamis. There's prosciuttos and other meats, and they have a really nice little. It's small, but they have a great selection of imported food products.
To-go deli kind of feel there.
Yep. Yeah. And completely unrelated, but since I was picturing theirs, it reminded me that our friends at Palm have the best tin fish selection in the.
He does.
That's right. We don't have any. Nobody's fact checking us. The best tin fish collection in California.
Actually, I think the world.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
I'm sure you're
Rick
not.
from Palm has told me.
Yeah.
In the universe.
Yeah.
The best tin fish.
They take great pride in this. Right. And that's another fun business to hit up if you're coming to town. Palm cider.
Hey, that strawberry. Have you had that strawberry cider they had once?
I don't think
it's
so.
like seasonal and it happens on strawberry. It's super good.
Yeah. You mentioned it with rosé. Your a previous experience from 20 plus years ago, rosé was awful, right?
Right.
Same thing with cider. I had a cider when I think I was like a freshman in college, and it was just like. And at that time, you're just drinking anything you can get your hands on. And this was like the first thing that I drank where I was like, I would rather be sober.
Right. You're like, I think a Zima would be better than this.
Right, totally. Yeah. So it was just sticky sweet. It was gross. I hated it. And so I was like, in my brain, I don't like ciders because I tried one. So I didn't drink them again for, 25 years.
Oh.
When Rick opened up.
Yeah.
he joins the chamber, talking to me, yada, yada. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll come try your ciders and I'll pretend to like them. And sure enough, I get there. They're great. They're light. They're refreshing. They're balanced. That's the word of the day for me.
Good word.
And not sticky sweet. It's like this really interesting, yummy beverage that on a hot day.
It's so good. And also gluten-free. A lot of them, I think, just naturally. So for people who can't have gluten, ciders are always a good option too. It's like if instead of beer is what I'm saying.
Yep. And a good they have a good selection of non-alcoholic.
Absolutely. And the pet nat.
And they're serving hot dogs, which I'm always a big hot dog enthusiast.
A raclette hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Fancy pants.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, if you can do a hot dog, do a hot dog.
Rick should he was on the podcast, but I think I should get him back. Have you had him on Chamber Chat?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It was fun. Since we do this in the afternoons, we were doing cider.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you guys do yours at 11 o'clock. Maybe you were also drinking cider, but usually
I have not. I have definitely drank during the show. That's but
depending on the guest.
Yeah.
Okay, final question. You're doing great. You passed them all. By the way, there is somebody. They're not in town, but we do have the California Cheese Trail map.
Yeah.
And I had the Strauss siblings on here earlier. There is someone making mozzarella, and we do keep the water buffalo. Some of them are still south of town in a field. So do not. I am terrified of milking a water buffalo. I don't know how they do that. Maybe they're in a suit of armor or something. But we do make mozzarella nearby.
And if you're coming, if you're planning a long trip to California, if you're listening from somewhere in back east or wherever, Sonoma's got some good cheeses, but also like West County and West Marin. There's some really incredible stuff happening out there. So if you want to do like a whole food and wine thing, come here, stay in Sonoma. You can take little day trips out to some of these outlying areas and get. I mean, it's
between
the best wine in the world, the best cheese in the world. It's really incredible stuff.
It's between the races.
Yeah.
If you come for NASCAR and stay for NHRA, you can do exploring.
Load up on cheese in the middle.
I love it. Final question we got. Mark, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
I mean, you should consider volunteering. We're always looking for volunteers.
Okay, thank you.
This one just came right before lunchtime today.
Okay.
Where is the best burger to eat with a view?
Oh boy, burger with a view. I would say, I'm pretty sure they've got a burger on the menu at Salt and Stone. That's probably what I would do.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Salt and Stone up there in Kenwood.
Yeah.
Good view of Hood Mountain.
A lot of our restaurants don't have great views. The restaurants are kind of tucked into. So Sonoma, it's an old community. There were and like all of the outlying areas, we want to grow grapes there. Right. So everything's kind of focused on right by the road. So the restaurants usually don't have great views per se.
So we did bring up you could get a burger and go to the view.
Yeah.
If that was also your thing.
Yeah.
Like Picasso has great burgers. Yep. And you could probably take that to a place.
Valley Swim Club, you can get a burger there.
Fantastic.
And there's a nice view looking west. If you go at the end of the day for sunset, golden hour, that's a great spot.
Okay, and there's a dog park across the street.
Yep. You know what else is a good option? It's not like a super gourmet burger, but Jack London Saloon. Grab a burger
that's
and
a good
beer
burger.
there and go sit on the patio overlooking Sonoma Creek. And that is a good
sometimes they have music on Thursday nights? Thursday nights they have music.
Probably every night. And, they've got one of those beer taps that like something magic is happening there because the beer comes out just so wonderfully cold.
With the right temperature.
It is just, it's
how
amazing.
it should be.
And what a cool, old historic building right there by Jack London Park where literally Jack London lived. It's not just named after him because he wandered through and liked it. Like his house that he
It's like walking by. He's buried there.
Right, totally.
I mean, he liked it so much he stayed.
Yeah, right. And this is a guy, I mean, he was like one of the most famous and wealthy people in the world at the time, and that's where he chose to be, which Glen Ellen's not a bad choice.
It's not, and you can join his yacht club.
Yeah, that's true.
I had another thought. Palooza has a burger. Palooza has a similar view as outdoors. It's up there.
Yep.
And also a good spot. But you're right. We don't, the restaurants we have concentrate on the food here. Yeah. And that's what we're famous for and where we grow it. Sometimes you get places where the view is amazing and the food may not be up to par there. We're lucky that we have both.
Yeah. Can we talk new restaurants real quick? Because there's a couple great ones that just opened up. So you've been to Stella.
Yes.
Yeah. So Stella is the new Glen Ellen Star Italian-themed restaurant up in Kenwood. Kenwood's having this cool little mini renaissance. Yep. They've got a bunch of stuff happening there. Yep. The coffee shop is great.
Pillow Fight Coffee. Love it.
So Stella is the place up there. Area's doing great food. And then Poppy, the new Glen Ellen's Girl in the Fig Loaf location. Classic French dishes, and in this like cute little bistro setting, and great, super local wine list. They've got a couple French wines on there too, but. Man, I had the best steak à poivre I've ever had there. It was so good. Yeah, it was just incredible. Okay. So those are two new dining hotspots. So if you're planning a trip here, or if you're local and haven't been to those two, Stella's been open for a few months now, maybe 6 months. I don't know. A few months. I think 3 months.
Because I was going to add to that. Songbird Parlor started becoming a restaurant. That's right. Recently in a venue, and that food again, it blew me away. I brought it before, but I was like, wow. Why is this restaurant hiding in here?
I think Chef Eric is his name, and he's a rising star in the culinary world. Lauren and Kenny that own the place, they also have West Wine Tours now. So they have a classic VW buses. You can take a tour in those and go to a winery. Stop by
the Plaza at 10 o'clock or 10:30. You see them there every morning.
It's really cool. So some great new options, and those are ones you'll need to probably book in advance for a weekend because they're
going to fill up and they're small.
Everybody wants to check them out now.
I think Stella has lunch now.
Do they?
I think on the weekends.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't know.
That pasta was so good.
Oh, yeah. And if you can, go with a group, because then you can order like 6 different pastas and try them all.
And steal theirs?
I
see.
Yeah. And they have, speaking of cheeses.
Yeah.
Burrata bar.
Speaking of cheeses.
Oh, boy. They have a whole burrata bar. Like there's a section of the menu that's just for burrata. I could eat burrata every single day for 2 months, and I wouldn't complain once. I would never get tired of it.
Burrata is so delicious. Yeah, it's good stuff.
And they have different things they put on it. Anyway.
Mark.
Yep.
You passed the test.
I did?
Yeah, that's it. You passed it. That was really easy.
Now?
Yeah, what you get to do, Mark.
Go back to work.
Is go back to work for your chamber function. But you did a good job there.